First step is to lift the car, and there is a solid point down there. I will lift it a little bit more. Since I'm working alone, I just placed the crowbar against the seat on the brake pedal. Now the front wheel is locked, so with a 19mm socket I can go ahead and break loose the bolts. Now the wheel should come out. Let's see. Now down here you can see the point where the strut is connected to the wheel knuckle. You've got two large bolts, the brake line which goes all the way into the engine bay, and then you've got this wheel speed sensor. And from this side you can see the point where the sway bar link is connected on the strut. I'm gonna start by removing this wheel speed wire out of the way. And down here it's connected with a 10mm bolt. You press on these tabs and then you pull it out. Press and pull. For the brake line, with a 12mm socket, undo this bracket. There we go. So now I will have full access to these two big nuts. You can use a zip tie to secure these lines. Alright, so now I can begin to loosen up this bolt with the nut. I'm gonna hold from this side with a 19mm and from the other side with a 22mm and a long breaker bar. If there are a lot of debris on the threads, make sure that you clean them up before you remove the nut. I'm gonna apply some lubrication. The nut is out. The nut is out. I'm gonna push the bolt while I'm twisting it, like that, and here it comes. You've got here a 14mm bolt, and surprisingly, the size of this hex, it has to be this one, 3/16. I'm not sure why they use such size on this, but anyway, you gotta keep it like this, with a 14mm on that nut, and then hold with that weird size hex. Oh man. This is my setup. I've got the hex on this 1/4 of an inch socket, and I'm going to keep the bolt from spinning. Now you can see here, if I continue opening this, the angle of this bolt is going to increase this way. You will have to lift the strut in order to compensate for that angle. Reconnect the knuckle. Now you can see the angle of this bolt is more straight now. This is a difficult bolt to remove, man. After a long struggle, finally it's coming out. To finally remove the sway bar end link with the breaker bar, press on the sway bar like that, and you can see down there the bolt is aligned with the hole, and you can remove it and then release it. The strut is free down here. Now it's time to go up, and here you'll basically need to uncover this place. So take out this rubber protection gasket, then pop out this plastic cover. Down here you'll need to disconnect this hose, twist this little ring like that, and then you're going to be able to pull out this. Then with a plastic clip plier, you've got one clip down here which comes out like that, then one different clip down here. These clips are not so reusable, so you might have to replace them. Now you are able to lift this part like that. Here we go. Now you've got access to these bolts. There are 3 of them down here. If you need to work on the other side, you will have to remove the windshield wipers from their position. There is just a bolt down here. You take them out, and then the whole plastic cover will come out and reveal the second strut bolts. So with a 14mm socket, you've got 3 bolts down here. Just undo those. First I'm gonna break them loose with the breaker bar. First nut is out. When I'm doing the last bolts, make sure that you hold the strut from the other side. Here it comes. Be prepared to catch it, because this can be quite heavy. Alright guys, that's how you install a strut on this car. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and until next time, take care and I will see you soon.